We're asked to find the area between these two curves. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graph them. And you can see that I have the two functions that I'm going to graph here. And so the area between the two curves is going to be this chunk right here, this kind of like funky looking semicircle. Now, of course, I could hand solve for these graphs, but these points, but why would I want to torment myself in that way? And so my limits of integration are going to go from -1 to 1. And my top graph is the red one here, which is the 7 minus 2x squared. Those are the pieces I need from this graph. I need to know what my limits of integration are, so what my two intersection points are, kind of what, squeezes off, pinches off the end of each of this area, because I want the area between the two graphs. And then I want to know what graph is on top. And of course, I'm just looking down positive to negative. And in this case, that's the red one, because when I write my graphs, that's going to be my first one. So I need to, at this point, write my integral. So my integral is going to go from -1 to 1. And my first one is going to be this. And then I'm going to subtract it from my second one. Now I'm going to clean this up a bit before I take the integral. So I have, let's see here, this is minus x squared minus 4. So this is 3 minus 3x squared dx. Okay, then this integral, that's not too bad to take. So then this is 3x minus 3 over 3 x to the third from -1 to 1. So then that's just 1, so that's going to go away. So then I have 3 times 1 minus 1 to the third minus, now everything in here, right? 3 to the -1 minus -1 to the third. So I have, let's see here, I have 3 minus 1 minus -3. This is going to be -1, so it's +1. So I have 2 minus a -2, cancel out 4. So then my answer, the area between the curves, is 4. Now as a note, area has to be a positive number. So if you get a negative number, so like here as you're working through this, all of a sudden you pop out a negative number, you did something wrong. So just kind of a heads up as you're looking at your answers. If your answer doesn't make logical sense, I have negative area, well, it's not a black hole, so you don't have negative area. Then you need to go back and look where, especially because you can see right here, this is sign craziness. It is really easy to make a sign mistake in there somewhere. And so if at the end you get and you go, I shouldn't have got -2, go back, look. You also shouldn't get an area of 0 because there'd be nothing there. Look at this especially because remember this is minus the whole thing. I have to either distribute the sign or have to do all the work and then apply it. So it's a really easy mistake to make in there, and that's where I would be most careful as I'm working through these. And then of course the hint is your answer better be positive. If it's not, go back, do some looking.